Hello there, children.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Namaste, new kids. We're taking a look at the balance changes for March. Hope you guys like the new intro. Thanks, Polemic, for making it for me. Let's get into it. M-Tweak. The swapping power has been a fun way to cause shenanigans on the battlefield. However, due to technical limitations, the timing has had to be slow, making it less responsive. With the new power, we are allowing the same shenanigans to happen with more responsive results and less bugs. Power now has a range instead of being global. Now the war cry will stun, damage, and pull targets towards M-Tweak instead of swapping places. He gets a health boost and an attack boost. Okay, so basically they're saying that they couldn't code it right, and they had to rework the whole card, which makes sense because the card was a little buggy. I like the concept of it, it was cool. Now it just pulls everything towards them, so it's basically the superhero imp, or superhero tweak. Whatever, like, nobody played the card, nobody cares. The problem with these balance changes is that it's not going to affect anything. They need to actually have a mass buff of commons and changes, not 4 things at a time every month. It's not enough to change the meta. And it's not even accurate cards. Nobody cared about Imp Tweak. Nobody's crying about Imp Tweak and wanting to play their Imp Tweak. People are pissed about having to play Man Bear Pig Pope with a bunch of 2-cost and stupid shit like that they don't want to fix. Instead, they want to buff Wendy and Tweak. I don't know. I think this will probably make him a lot better and actually be playable. He's still super slow. He didn't increase his speed or his attack speed, so I don't know. We'll see if that actually matters. I don't think he's going to be super meta anymore, or, all of a sudden. But I guess we'll see with these buffs. Up next, Friar Jimmy. Like I said, they need a bunch of commons to be buffed, and Friar Jimmy, who they already touched, I don't know, 6 months ago, probably wasn't needed. They probably should have made this buff 6 months ago when they changed it the first time. But anyway, as part of reviewing healers in general, we isolated Friar Jimmy as one of the weaker cards in this bunch. We decided to give him a little push to help with that. So his heal is going to be ridiculous. It's going up. His health itself is going up. His time in between attacks is going up, I believe. So he's slower to attack, I guess. Which means he loses DPS. Now he's just a healer and not DPS. That's fine. But the problem is that you also need to touch like Heidi and all these other cards. There's a million Craigs that can't be used, that are never played, or Clydes that are never played. Like, what about Allah Tweak? That card's terrible. Nobody plays that card. But instead, we get rebalances of cards that they already tried to balance, but failed at. I'm not sure that's going to help. The last 2 changes are probably the most impactful. They're going to ruin a whole theme, basically. Even though superhero sci-fi is the most common played themes, and I'm pretty sure superheroes is both common at low levels and high levels. They're going to nerf Inuit and Incan. Mysterion is broken. Call Girl is broken. Mosquito is very good value. Hamster is good value. Instead, we have to nerf the chip deck because Marcus and chip deck is running rampant, I guess. I don't know. With Inuit Kenny and Ink and Craig, we wanted to shift the focus away from new kid chip damage and dealing enemy damage to units. So their power is cut in half, both of them. Why? I don't know. Not really necessary. The only time Kenny was broken was in war, but instead of fixing war and having new kid actually, beat whatever level people have it at, since they don't want to fix the caps and everybody has crazy levels, PvP levels, versus 14 new kid. That's when he's busted. He's not that busted against 25, even my level 5. But now the chip damage aspect is going to be completely gone. They didn't even compensate it by dealing more damage to actual cards, which which would have made sense. I don't even know what they're thinking. It's just terrible balance change, in my opinion. My message to Red Links is simple. If you want to balance this game, you need to take a serious look at superheroes and the whole Member Pope combination. Before, if you wanted to Pope it back, you had to pay 7 and then actually Pope. Now it's just 5, and you're going to get a Member pick every time because people are just playing 2-cost stuff. And if you keep making more 2-cost stuff, then those decks are just going to get better. Or if you make something better to Pope, then that deck gets better. It's a problem. The superheroes are a problem. Mysterion coming back and having infinite value is ridiculous. He shouldn't be the most powerful assassin on top of it. Just doesn't make any sense. There's so many underused cards that, or just not used at all, that should be completely rechanged or make them cost less or do something to them. But instead you're focusing on the wrong things that nobody's asking for, that nobody cares about. If you guys agree with this, make sure Red Link sees this. Like and share, all that stuff. I'll see you guys next week for War. Have a good week. Peace.
Hello there, children.